do white power couples exist? Last night I was having a hangout with a friend, and this friend was like, it's as though my partner and I are like Z and Beyoncé. If Z and Beyoncé were interested in you, where they're sexy and powerful individually, and yet both of them are interested in you, that is what my partnership is like. And for me, it wasn't something that was worth diving into because it was very not relevant to the moment. But I started wondering, I find it interesting how whenever powerful people come up in conversation, regardless of race of person, we seem to fit it into Black people terms. So it becomes Jay-Z and Beyonce as power couple, it becomes Oprah's powerful woman, it's Obama's powerful man. It feels like, I guess it's interesting to me because part of what I've seen growing up is how a lot of people are like, the man is holding me down. You know, everyone wants to be like the white man and powerful and able to do whatever. And now it's like the mediocre white man. We want that confidence. And yet it is Black people who are excellent and the archetypes of success. I'm Latia, and I think deeply, like asking weird questions and exploring things that may not be the norm. But I feel like when it comes to race and power dynamics, I just found it very fascinating that a white woman's example of a power couple was a Black power couple. And it just makes me wonder, are there no white power couples? Is it because I'm Black that it was a Black example? Is it because white power couples aren't as powerful or well known? Because I was sitting and thinking about it this morning, and I'm like, if I were to say who I think of as a white power couple, I was like, maybe when Britney Spears was with Justin Timberlake, they were kind of a power couple. Because they were both pop stars and super, but they were kids at the same time. So they were a little bit too young to be, like, they had power and they were young. So it was more puppy love. So then that made me think of, well, that's like Chris Brown and Rihanna. When they were together, they were so powerful and amazing, and they're both doing great things now, and you still hear about them, which is similar for Justin Timberlake and Britney Spears, except Justin Timberlake married Jessica Biel, who I remember seeing on Seventh Heaven. So I'm like, oh, I remember her. Has she done anything since then? I don't know. I feel like I recall her doing a Playboy shoot, and that's why they took her off the show and different things like that. But I never really dug into it. That's just, I think my cousin told me that because that was one of the shows that I would watch growing up. A lot of cable, I don't even know if they're cable TV shows, like basic cable, like the WB that became the CW and ABC and all that stuff. But that's how I know Jessica Biel. But as far as I know now, she's kind of just his wife now and not quite a force of her own. And then it was like, well, maybe Brad Pitt when he partners with Jennifer Aniston or Angelina Jolie. But there's also so much drama around that. It's like, are you really powerful, or are you just kind of interesting and weird or quirky? Or, you know, because like people seem to have really loved him with Jennifer Aniston, and Jennifer Aniston is like powerful and amazing. I also used to watch Friends, so I remember her as Rachel. So I knew Jennifer Aniston as an individual before even knowing that she was in a relationship with Brad Pitt, before even knowing that like that relationship was, I don't even know what to say, infringed upon, that it shifted, whatever happened, all that drama. But Jennifer Aniston still kicks butt and is great, whether she's in a partnership or not. Angelina Jolie is fascinating as a character. I don't know if I mean as a character, like a human. Just her journey and experiences and like the things that I see and read about her just sounds so outrageous sometimes, I guess is where it goes. Not that she does anything bad or wrong. It's just like, you're very interesting. So there's that. And then Brad Pitt. I mean, I always hear about him being like this handsome white man, and he's not bad looking. I don't know. Like, he does movies. I know some of the movies he does. I don't follow him closely. And outside of that, I I don't know. Maybe whenever Taylor Swift's with someone powerful, Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber also came to mind, but also Puppy Love, kind of young. Ariana Grande and some of the people that she's partnered with, like Big Sean or that one guy, Mac Miller, before he passed away, and like their relationships. But it's like, how many truly powerful couples are there in general? And how many have like equal power? Because then I also think of like Michelle Obama and Barack Obama. That's a powerful couple right there. They were the first black couple to be in the White House, and they were killing it. And the way Michelle Obama has just changed the face of what does it mean to be a first lady, and how fashionable she is, and how on point, and just, oh my gosh, like she's amazing in so many ways. And it's just incredible just to think of like all the things that she's accomplished and done, and how active she was in the community. And then Barack Obama being president, it's like, I feel like he was the last president that we've had that you could, whether you liked him or not, his views or not, as a human being, I feel like you have to respect the class, the dignity and grace. There's just something about that man where it's like, wow, you get it. Like, thank you. Yeah, because like there's just something lacking in our current one. And even with that one, it's like there's more drama about whether there's going to be a divorce, and if there was, I don't pay attention, than it seems like anyone actually talks about anything that matters with our current one. And I guess it just fascinates me. I mean, I also think of Oprah and Stedman, their partnership, even Oprah and Gayle. It's like she just powers with people who are high quality and excellent. So her partners have to be as amazing as she is, or on a high level of doing something, if she's willing to spend her time with them. I remember watching Trevor Noah interview Oprah, and she was talking about how she's gotten to the point where she will not spend time with someone that she does not want to spend time with. And I was like, I will be so excited when I get to a point like that, and I get to choose my circle, and you know you're not welcome. If you want to be welcome, this is the rules for it, and just setting up those standards, because relationships are very important, and who you associate with makes such a difference. And so I know the people in my life who are my friends, my like true through thick and thin, no matter what happens, these people are here for me, and I ride hard for them too. You need me, I got you. What is it? I'll do the best I can, and if I can't get it, I'll figure out who can help you get it. Like, there are no boundaries, no nothing. Like, you are my family. I have my sisters who are my family, my mom, a cousin, and then outside of family, there's like one person who's definitely a brother to me, who's just always been there, reminds me of how powerful and strong I am, that like he's deployed. I'm just so sad because I'm just like, oh, I can't just call you whenever. And then I have another friend that I met through a dating site, and he is just amazing and always wants the best for me and questions me because he knows I make weird choices. He's like, girl, get it together. And then outside of that, like, I have a best lady friend that I love and adore, but we don't keep in touch regularly. And then there's someone I met recently, and she's pretty dope. I love spending time with her, and it's fun to catch up and hang out and collaborate, because it feels like even though we're different, we at least are on like a similar like level and wavelength, where it's like, I don't feel like you're trying to force that we're similar, or you're trying to like find the ways in which we're similar. It's just, we are who we are, and we just have fun, and it doesn't matter. So it's like, and I enjoy other people, but there's different levels to it, because it's like, not everyone that we call friends are friends. And it's good to know that, because if you're going to associate with people, there has to be like levels to it and an understanding. And I remember at one of the conferences I went to with Brendan Burchard recently, he talked about, you have friends that are, you have friends that you don't invest a lot of time and effort in because the relationship's going nowhere. You have maintenance friends where you like keep up, you know, you check in, you do some things, but they're not necessarily like, if they're kind of like okay, but not necessarily like amazing. And then there are those growth friends where you're on the same wavelength, you're seeking to grow and be better and do better, and you're both kind of like on that like upward trajectory in your lives. And I feel like nowadays it's like you meet someone and you're instantly calling them friend, and it's like, how long have you known this person? What about their character can you say that they're a stand-up person? Because I feel like so many people are quick to add me to Facebook groups and have me read their things and have me act like I care about what they're doing. And I'm like, no, I don't know you. I'm not going to act like I do. And I'm not going to invest my time in consuming stuff that I don't feel is useful for me. I get it. It could be magnificent and make a difference. But I have a coach. I've had a therapist, which are sessions in it. I have a personal trainer. I'm doing my own thing right now. And it's not that I'm not willing to have new people in my life, but if I'm going to take the time it takes for me to review something and analyze it and edit it, I'm going to need to be in a headspace where I either care about you enough or I feel like it's worth my time and energy. And if we're not on the same wavelength, the same path, it's a waste of time for me. And my time is precious. Like, I usually don't do much and people think I'm busier than I am, but now I'm doing stuff. I'm writing a book. I YouTube daily. I do my morning pages for the artist way that I'm working through. I have my job. I am building out my business. Like, I am busy and I find ways to fill my time with things that matter, and I'm doing my best to shift it to move the needle. So if we're going to be in a power couple together, because people have seen it in me for years, and there are times where I notice, especially with coaches, where I'm like, I'm going to need you to stop trying to make me into a little you so you can take credit for how awesome I am and acknowledge that I was awesome before you met me and that all you did was realize that I'm great. Thank you for that. And I'm going to do me, because I don't like when people do that. And so if I'm going to partner with someone, you've got to be on my level. You've got to come in a way where I'm just like, I'm proud of you. I am celebrating you. I want to pour into you. I want to like grow with you. Like, let's go. Like my dad, I say I want to do an LLC, he's doing it too. That's a power couple right there. Not that I'm like dating my dad, because it's nothing like that. No incest related. But if I were to choose a friend, I would choose friends like my dad, who is willing to do the work and jump in and take action, over someone who's just like, wow, that's cool. Oh, you do that. Yeah, that's great. Oh my gosh, it's so much fun watching you. You're just so entertaining. No, get out and do something. Like, be about your life, be about your business. If you're gonna come criticizing me for what I do, fuck you. I don't care. What are you doing? Like, let's take our rap sheets out. What have you done to make me listen to you? Most likely nothing, because low-key, you're doing trash things. You're not a trash person, but you do trash things. So get your shit together before you come for me, because I'm putting myself out there and being bold. So, back to power couples. If you want to partner with power people in your life, be a power person yourself, know what you're after, set that goal, hit them targets, and look at the character of the people around you. Don't claim friends who aren't your friends, who aren't for you, who aren't doing things. The only reason why I say friends as much as I do is because Facebook makes them your friends if you associate with them, and because our language nowadays is so loose that if you've known someone for 2 years and you still call them acquaintance, sometimes their feelings get hurt and they're like, wow, we're not friends. And it's like, not really, bro. No, we're not. We're not friends. Why would I call you friend? You add no value to me and all I do is support you. You're a leech, a parasite, if we're going to be real about it. And I don't mind, because I've had to settle for a lot of relationships in my life. So I'm used to kind of being the power center of my relationships. And it's okay. But if you want to be part of a power couple, like, make sure you're equally yoked. Make sure you're coming together and collaborating and growing. Have some people who are better than you and further along in the path. Those mentors who can like uplift you and raise you to higher levels of thought and action. Because I do have people in my life who are like that. Like, I've had a friend, and this is actual friend. We've known each other since 4th grade, and we spend a lot of time like in and out of each other's world. And this person, I was hanging out with him and his friends, and they're talking about, if you buy a property, buy a 5 or more family property, because the tax thing is like blah 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 and da da da, and it's more beneficial than if you get like a single family or a duplex because da da. And I was just like, I don't understand any of this, and it's so much fun to have people who are powering together and creating something amazing. It was so much fun. So I wish you some friendships that feel supportive and equally yoked. It's okay if you have to pay it forward a few times or for a while, because it's great to support people and to help them on their journeys. Just make sure you're taking care of yourself first, because we don't want to give from an empty cup. If it's an empty cup, you're cheating yourself, you're cheating them, and it's going to be resentment that they're getting and not actual uplift. I've done that sometimes, but like sometimes in the moment, it's easy for me to generate the energy, because like being of service to people is really important to me. So even if I'm not quite in the headspace for it, it's like, yes, let's talk. And then it's really great if you can have a couple of people that you meet or associate with or spend time with, where there are some levels above you, and it's just like, wow, like you're opening up my world to the possibility of connecting with people who are doing things about their business and they understand things that I don't, because taxes, real estate, I don't care. It does not interest me. I have no desire to own property in the future. I don't want to be a real estate investor. None of that is just like, the only thing I would want to do would be like flip houses. And I don't even want to flip the houses. I just want to like get a house and decorate it to my liking so I can live in it. And that's about as close as I get. But power couples, they're great things when you can have two people who are individually powerful and they come together and they create that third entity that is their relationship. I also would say Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith, definitely a power couple. Definitely up there. They do great and amazing things, and they're so open about their relationships. Like, they just came to my mind. And another black couple, like Black excellence, guys. I think we don't give it enough credit. Black people are amazing, work hard, and do wonderful things, because like the barrier of entry for white people is kind of low. Like, just historically, systemic racism, all of that. But for black people to not only create their mark in the industry, be well known, and get stuff done, it's amazing. And I remember Jada Pinkett from Woo more than a lot of her other work. Like, I know she's done a lot, but Woo, that is why I love Jada Pinkett. And Will Smith, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, great. But are there white power couples I'm missing? Are there more black power couples that I'm missing? Because I'm sure I have. I only touched on a few that stand out to me, and I am definitely not the most up to date on pop culture. And what does it mean to be in friendships and relationships that are power couples for our daily lives? Because I feel like I know those people where I'm like, we're creating something big and amazing and it's gonna go places. And I know the people where I'm like, I appreciate that you see that I'm a shooting star, thank you. And then there are those people where I'm like, I want to be like you. I like that you are working out and taking care of yourself and doing all these things, and I want some of that in my life. So where do your relationships stand, or what do you find important? Please comment and let me know. Share any ideas that you feel interested in that you would like for me to share on. I'm sure I've thought about it in some capacity or other. And see you next time.